Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This is the 7th video in my ongoing series where I hope to guide new players and casual players alike through the wonderful game of Dungeons & Dragons Online. In this guide I am focusing on the new player, the casual player, and the player who wants to see how far they can get in the game without paying a dime. This leveling guide will be completely pure free-to-play and take you through the heroic levels of 1 through 20 quest by quest. I'm cutting my intros short now since you probably already know what's going on in this series by now. Without further ado, let's begin where we left off from last time by leveling as a level 7 two-handed wielding orc barbarian. We are going to start off with a newer free-to-play quest, which was released a few years ago, called The Promise of Fire, running it on normal difficulty. For this quest, we need to head to a wilderness area known as the Searing Heights, south of the marketplace. When we enter, we will see Lady Sarah James, who is next to a small campfire just a few steps northwest from the gate to the marketplace. A professor at Morgrave University, Lady Sarah James has asked us to go to the Reliquary of Flame in the Searing Heights to retrieve an artifact called the Eye of Fernia. There are a lot of traps in this quest, but on normal difficulty you should be able to tank most of the damage that they deal to you, but you can evade them if you observe them closely. There is a tile puzzle at the end which you should try to light up as much as possible to avoid as much trap damage in the room. We are going to run this quest again on hard, as well as complete a few easy slayers in the Searing Heights wilderness area.
Just like the previous two paths, a large inscription awaits above this door. It reads, "Walk within the light and you shall be saved. Stray from the path, and doom eternal awaits you."
Dread Sea Scrolls, normal difficulty. This is an intro quest to one of DDO's more modern expansions, the Isle of Dread. You will notice in this quest that we are fighting a lot of different mobs that we have normally not been encountering, such as raptors and crocodiles. This is because most of DDO's free-to-play quests are over 12 years old, with a few notable exceptions, such as this one. To get to this quest, we must enter into the mysterious Hut from Beyond, located in the harbor, and talk to Iris Joel inside. Feel free to mess around with the tile puzzle optional at the beginning if you'd like.
Foxpaw stares at the horizon. Look, that mysterious island. It's gone.
Redwillow's Ruins, normal difficulty. We head to the House Jorasco Enclave. Jandul de Jorasco recently gave her covert blessing to an expedition that ended in disaster. The archaeologist Falcor Redwillow told Jandul that he'd located a valuable source of materials for her house and convinced her to provide him with significant funds and manpower without alerting her elders. Now Falcor reports that his party has been ambushed. Most of his researchers have been slain, and the valuables he sought have been seized. We must journey to the site of Falcor's failed dig and salvage what we can of his efforts. We will run this a second time on hard difficulty.
Well fortified and guarded, you have found your way to the giant leader's stronghold. You will need cunning to defeat this foe.
Ruined Halls, normal difficulty. We head back to House Kundarak and speak to Edvag Goodgold in the Everfull Flagon. We must explore the ruined halls on behalf of Edvag. Once a storage facility for the Dwarves of Stormreach, these halls have fallen into disrepair, attracting new and sinister occupants. We run this again on hard difficulty. Dead Predators, normal difficulty. We head back to House Jarasco and enter the Open Palm Inn, where we speak to Acolyte Hester. Acolyte Hester of House Jarasco is worried about a spate of nocturnal disappearances in her area of the ward. She believes the culprits are not the undead of Delara's tomb, but whites dwelling in a much older, abandoned crypt beneath the ward. The crypt is known to Jarasco's lore masters as the Dead Halls. We must seek out the Dead Halls and eradicate these predators. We will repeat this again on hard difficulty.
Cruelty and hunger assault your mind. Something beyond sanity has turned this chapel into a pulsing heart of evil.
Mirra's Sleepless Nights, normal difficulty. We need to go to the other tavern in House Jarasco, known as the Drowning Sorrows Tavern, to speak with Mirra Parthulkar. The history of Parthulkar Tower is black with rumored evil. We must seek the source of the wailing noises that troubles its latest occupant. As usual, we will run this a second time on hard difficulty.
A bone-chilling wail from behind the door sets your nerves on edge. You have found the source of the wailing, but can you destroy it?
Irestone Inlet, elite difficulty. We head back to Niles' cage in the harbor and take down the murderous sea dog, Yar once again.
Then he dies, effectively calling his own bluff.
Caged Trolls, normal difficulty. We head back to the Bogwater Tavern in House Fierlin and speak with Heretics. She has hired us to investigate a secret laboratory being run by agents of the Emerald Claw. According to the Heretics, these Emerald Claw necromancers are trying to fuse trollish regenerative powers with the magics of undeath. We must find the Claw's laboratory near the necropolis and destroy their captive trolls, slaying as many of the Claw's minions as possible along the way. We will repeat this again on hard difficulty.
The trapped troll bellows at you with frustration and rage. He's clearly afraid of the acid spray.
And again on elite difficulty. Be more cautious from now on as you run quests on Elite. Take the time to learn where the traps are when you are running lower difficulties, and prepare yourself with adequate potions before entering. Also, pay attention to what kind of magic caster enemies are damaging you with, and use the correct elemental damage reduction potions to counter them. Also, make sure to keep your cleric hirelings updated for each level and learn how to flag them to stop them from following you, as well as using the teleport skill that they have. Using both these hireling skills will help the hirelings avoid running into dangerous traps and can keep them alive, which can also help to keep you alive if you find yourself in danger. Chamber of Insanity, elite difficulty. We head back to House Kundarak and complete this quest a final time. On elite difficulty, make sure that you are standing on the far edge of the room before pulling the lever that spawns the wraith and the poison trap. Keep your hireling parked away from the room and teleport them to you once you are in position. The Forgotten Caverns, normal difficulty. It's back to the Everfull Flagon in House K to speak with Third Steelhand. We must locate the entrance to the Forgotten Caverns. We will run this again on hard difficulty.
You are struck by the familiar aromas of pungent mushrooms and even more pungent trolls.
Purge the Heretics. Normal difficulty. We talk to Inquisitor Namon in the Bogwater Tavern in House P. Inquisitor Namon of the Silver Flame has been angered by a cult beneath the House Fierland ward that preaches the faith of the sovereign host to the poor and indignant. Although Namon's motives seemed suspect, we agree to drive the worshippers out of their chapel. Some good old classic religious persecution. We will complete this again on hard difficulty.
The sound of tramping feet approaches from the hall ahead.
And elite difficulty.
Sweet incense hangs heavy in the air, here at the center of the Heretics' power.
The Bounty Hunter. Normal difficulty. Next we head to the Anvil Fire Inn in House D and speak with Kristana of Fairhaven. She has tracked her target from the Kingdom of Corvair to the city of Stormreach. Using their contacts and other available resources, she and her party managed to determine that their target had sought refuge from the cutthroats of Knave's Hollow. Lacking the manpower to enter the Hollow and collect her bounty, Kristana asks us to eliminate her target and bring back his signet ring to fulfill the contract. We will repeat this again on hard difficulty. The Graverobber. Normal difficulty. We head back to House J and speak with Thaddeus, who has asked us to enter the home of a local halfling suspected of dabbling in necromancy, Moonshadow Liefoot. If the rumors are true, we are to return to the earth those he has raised and slay Moonshadow, or whatever he now calls himself. The Tear of Dhakaan. Normal difficulty. We head back to House P and speak with Hobgoblin Karnat Thar, who has recruited us to wage war against the Arzag Kor tribe, so that Karnat's tribe, the Ketch Valar, can seize possession of the Tear of Dhakaan. We must slay a great number of the Arzag Kor warriors and destroy their leaders in order to clear the way for Karnat Thar's party. If we also discover the shattered pieces of the Tear of Dhakaan, we will further impress our employer. As a barbarian with no intelligence skill, I usually just ignore all side objectives, but if you are running a build that can pass all these skill checks, be my guest. Alright, with a whole lot of XP banked, we are ready to level up our character to level 8. Hope you enjoyed the video and see you in the next one.